Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my Happy Friday show. Hey everybody, great to have you here. I know a lot of you are probably busy here in the US. It's holiday weekend, 4th of July tomorrow. So I knew we wouldn't have the crowd watching. I'm sure you're enjoying some outdoor activities, hopefully safely distancing yourself from other people. But I'm happy to be here. We are heading out on the road next week, but in town this weekend. So of course, we had to have a very special drink of the day. This is my watermelon margarita. Super simple, and you cannot have 4th of July without having a little bit of watermelon. And so you just throw some chunks of watermelon in a blender with some ice, some orange liqueur, tequila, of course, and some lime juice. That is it. Fresh squeezed lime. You blend it up and it's delicious. It melts really fast, so drink fast. I put that even in the recipe. So mine is already melted, but it's still delicious. You just got to stir it up. It's really, really delicious. Those watermelons are so tasty right now. It's so good. Mr. Honey Producer already finished his. I had to save mine so I could show it to you. So he already finished his.
Delicious.
It's all gone. Great to have everybody here. I'm glad you are joining me, and hopefully you have some fun this weekend too. I'm about to be packing and figuring out what we're gonna have to take on this trip, but I did get some things done this week. I finished and put a binding on the quilt I showed you on Tuesday. This is a Lucy quilt I made. Actually, I did this at my retreat last October. I made the top, and then I got these fabrics when I was on my tour, one of my tours in France. So in September, I made this for my grandson at the retreat, and he wasn't even born then. So it's about time. Quilted it on my embroidery machine, my Solaris, and I used a quilting design by Urban Elements. Really cool, really fun to do. Super easy to connect it because it was so graphic. So it really worked out great because it was pretty much fit into a block, the design. So it was really easy to connect. If you have an embroidery machine and want to try edge-to-edge quilting, I encourage you to do it. I just been kind of learning as I go and figuring things out. I probably should really talk to people that really know what they're doing, but so far so good. I'm having fun. And then I got some more done. I got some pants done. Got some harem pants. Those low crotch, low riders. I don't know what they call them. The drop crotch. Hammer pants. Hammer pants. Right. So these, I think they might be a little big, but good thing they're knit, so they're really nice and soft. I did do French seams on the inside, but I didn't do, you were supposed to have elastic in the waistband, but I just put this ribbing. And then I was gonna put ribbing on the bottom of the legs, but they were I didn't quite have enough. And then I thought, this is knit, so it really doesn't have to even be hemmed. So you could just roll it up or do whatever. So I might, I'm taking my sewing machine, so I might even have to do a little alterations once I see the kid. So, but I'm gonna wait on the second pair to see how these fit, because these are, I made him for 12 to 18 months, and he's 8 months, but he's already wearing like 12 months clothes. He's kind of big. So I'm gonna see how these fit. I kind of measured the waist by what his waist is when he's wearing a cloth diaper, and that's bigger than wearing regular diapers. So we'll see. I think it might need to be cinched a little more. So maybe Alma needs to do some alterations once she gets there in the RV. Love it. So the pattern I used is called, it's just called Baby and Toddler Harem Pants. And what I love about it has sizes from 0 to 3 months to 3 years old. So there's lots of options, and it's by this company called Wixton. If we can go over to the overhead, I can kind of show it up close. So yeah, Wixton is the company, and the website is shopwixton.com. So shop, and then WIKSTEN.com. And it was great. I just got the PDF, so you printed it, you kind of taped the pattern together, super easy, and really, really a fast pattern once you have it cut out, really fast. So I did it. I made a piece of clothing. Yes, not the super hardest, but I did it. So I'm gonna wait on the second pair with the dog fabric, because I think I may have to adjust the size a little bit. So will have to just send that later. But it was really fun to tackle. I also got 3 quilt backs sewn up last night. You know, I love to piece my backs. So these were mostly one fabric, but I threw in a little piece section just for the label and everything. But 3 quilt backs were pieced last night, and they're off to the quilter already. 3 quilts for the book. So I'm excited about that. They'll be ready when I get back, ready for binding and photography. So that's awesome. So it's getting there. Book is getting there. If you missed our Tipsy Tuesday, I talked about spinning seams. I taught you how to spin seams last Tipsy Tuesday, so check that out if you haven't seen it. We had a lot of people watching, which was surprising since it's middle of summer and everybody is trying to travel. I know it's not the easiest thing these days, but check that out if you didn't watch it. I wanted to remind you guys of our sew along. So next 2 Tipsy Tuesdays, I will not be here, or next 2 Tuesdays. So the next Tipsy Tuesday won't be until July 21st, and that's going to be our first sew along day. So we're working on the grab and go tote, of course. Just wanted to remind you of the 2 days, so we got lots of time. And I did mention last show on Tipsy Tuesday that if you want to get a little cutting done, if you want to keep prepping and do something to be ready, you can do cutting. You don't need to. I will not be showing you exactly how to cut all your fabric, but I'm going to show parts of it, especially how to cut your, because you have to cut your foam or your interfacing certain way. So I'm going to show you that, but you can cut your binding, you can cut your charm squares down and get all that prep done ahead of time if you want to. So totally up to you, but it's something to get done. I wanted to show you this one little tool, and I forgot to bring one up here. So because I'm going to be using my coated fabric, and if you're going to be using oilcloth or anything like that, you cannot pin through it because then you'll puncture it. So I found these really cool. They're called Sew Tights. It's a magnet that you can put on each side. So the magnet will hold the pieces together. So I'm going to be using that. I just tested it out and it worked great for me. So it's just something you don't absolutely need it, but we got it into the store and I wanted to show you, but totally forgot. So I will make sure to show you. So we will have one Happy Friday show before we do the sew along. So we will do this Friday, and then the next Friday we'll be on the road. There will be a show though. And then the following Friday we will be home. So that'll be the last one before the sew along. So that is the new thing about the sew along. Do you have any questions on that? I forgot to say hi everybody. I was checking all your comments before we went live, and I saw that Sweden is in the house. I saw Italy is in the house, Ontario, and more places in Canada, lots of states all over. So great to see everybody. Okay, Brenda says, I saw a crazy Iceland movie on Netflix called Eurovision. Yes, we watched it on the day it came out. Everybody has to go watch it. It's called Eurovision. It's kind of a total, it's a funny movie. I mean, it's Will Ferrell, so you can kind of imagine. But they're totally making fun of Iceland and Iceland's obsession with Eurovision, a song contest that happens every year. Now, we've never won it, and if we would, there's this whole thing about where in the heck would we hold this competition and this big show, because we don't really have that huge stadiums or concert halls to do that. So there's always been that worry, but every year we keep our hopes up that we will hopefully win one day, but so far no. The magnets, I do have those in the store. The one size, I just got the minis, which are plenty for what we're doing. And so I do have some in the store. They are called Sew Tights. So S-E-W-T-I-T-E-S. So Elizabeth says, I would love to see a Stripology lecture during the day on a Monday or a Friday. So if you're in, okay, good to know. Fridays, you know, it's hard because we have our show at 3 o'clock Central Time. So this coming, I forgot to talk about, and I was going to talk about it later, but we added some July dates of our lecture, the Mixology lecture. So these next two are on a Tuesday at 1. July 28th is a Tuesday at 1 p.m. And then the Friday one is at 9 a.m. So I'm just trying to play with dates and times, you know, midweek and Fridays, because also people are in such different time zones that, for example, the Friday, July 31st at 9 a.m., I thought, you know, some are other parts of the world, it'll be evening, so on a Friday night, so that'll be fun. It also doesn't interfere with our regular Happy Friday show at 3 p.m. Central Time. So I'm just kind of trying to figure it out, but I'll keep offering different times and different dates. We'll add some August dates later, but it's all good. So any other questions on the? I did get some questions if this was going to be the same lecture. Yes, it's still the same lecture, Stripology, Mixology. So you don't have to register twice. But we're just offering more days because every one of those almost sold out. So I know a lot of people had, this will be a longer advance, so you can kind of plan ahead and see if those dates work for you. And then we will add some August dates.
You'll be doing classes in Zoom?
Will I be doing classes on Zoom? No, I will not. At this point, I will do more. It's still on the plans, just haven't found time to get it done, but we will be offering some video classes where you can purchase a class and then you own it forever. So it's a video class, so you can just watch it, go back, kind of like what we've done with our sew-alongs, with the Stroll in Paris and with Fast and Furious Club. You can always access the videos, go back and forth, but then it is not a live interaction. And that, for me, works better for me and my classes and my patterns, I feel like. So that's the route I'm going to take with this.
What advice do you have for newbies with regards to borders and binding?
What advice do I have for newbies in regards to borders and bindings? That's a great question. Now, first off, if you want to try binding by machine, which, you know, sometimes it's, for me, it's easier, faster, and I have a whole video on machine binding. So check that out first off. With borders, always when you're adding borders to a quilt, measure the quilt in 3 places and then cut your borders to find the median and cut the borders to that size, pin them on and sew them on. Don't just take a strip border and lay it on your quilt and start sewing, because that's going to end up with the wavy border most times. When do your tours can non-sewers go, like husbands? Yes, we have a lot of non-quilters join our tours, whether it's husbands or sisters or moms or daughters or anything like that. The tours are mostly geared towards touring. And so with just a little extra interest in the quilting part, the only workshop we have during these tours is the Iceland tour. We do a workshop, just a half-day workshop with Icelandic quilters. And so those during that workshop, the non-quilters were in the city, so they just go out and explore and have loads of fun too.
Would you suggest Stella for fair or Paris fabric or Sarah?
Would you suggest Stella or Sarah for the Paris fabric? I think both of them would work great. Awesome, yeah. Can you use Wonder Clips for the laminated fabric and oilcloth? The problem is with Wonder Clips, you can only clip them on edges. So we're going to be sewing in the middle with a lot of interfacing, so you can't clip the, but you can actually, one thing that you can use, Elmer's school glue. Washable school glue. So that's another method I'm gonna teach you in the sew along. So get your hands on some of this. It's magical stuff. Very handy sometimes. Okay, any other questions? Do you see anything on YouTube? Love the quilts behind me. So behind me, straight back with the Cape Fabrics, this is Nova. Totally different from the pattern cover. And then we have Glacial Ice in the corner on the ladder, which is in my Iceland book. And then Little Stella is on the table runner, hanging off the shelf. I swear, I've not finished my Margarita yet. Totally there still. Now, him on the other hand. All right. All right, people are loving the lectures. That's great. Machine is the only way to bind. I agree. There are times where I do hand stitch on very, very special quilts, but those are usually quilts that are not going to be used. These are quilts that are going to be hanging or something like that.
Is the same lecture you did in California?
Somebody's asking, is it the same lecture you did in California? It might have similar parts, but the lectures I do at shows are always different because they are condensed. They're shorter, and usually there's a focus on something specific. So if you saw it at Road to California, it's probably not exactly the same. It has added stuff to it. Some of the similar stuff. I do talk about the rulers. I show you some videos, things like that. Barb tuned in late and missed the drink. Well, I'll post the recipe. No worries. Watermelon margaritas. Carolyn says, paint the Elmer's glue on your finger and make a second skin. Entertainment when you have no TV growing up. Yeah, I remember that. You'd put it on your palm and then you peel it off and you have all the lines from your palm. We didn't have Elmer's. We had a different brand in Iceland. And we had a clear one. I think it was called UHU. Uhu. Oh, likes my top. It's actually a romper. It's hot here. It's 90 degrees and it's going to be a steamy weekend in Minnesota. So we're going to be on a lake tomorrow. Just cooling off a little bit. I wanted to tell you if you missed Tipsy Tuesday this last week. I did. We finally got it figured out. We are now offering pre-orders on some selected bundles that are coming in. Not everything, but we will be adding to it. And so these pre-orders, there's a listing for them. We try to make it as clear as a pre-order, but it has the estimated ship date, which is, we only know the month, but it's never an accurate delivery time because delivery times have been so kind of off and on with COVID because all the fabric is coming from abroad. There's so many variables that can happen. But we have an estimated month of delivery. And so you can place your order for it. You pay for the bundle and you pay for the shipping. So then all of a sudden you will just get something fun in your mailbox. And we do recommend that you place, if you want pre-order a certain bundle, that you place that order separately because even all the pre-orders have different ship dates. So if you place an order and you include a pre-order bundle and then something else with a different delivery date or even something that's in stock, it won't come until that last delivery date comes. So that's why I think most people are realizing it's better just to order one separate one at a time because they have deliveries from July to October. And we will be adding more. So if you want to see something special that you know is coming from a favorite designer or something, let me know and I will be happy to add it. And so I know one of the popular ones, the Ombre is really popular. The Ombre Fairy Dust coming from Mota. That was a popular one. The cave bundles I put together are beautiful and they have been really popular. So once we see them go down, we actually contact our fabric companies to make sure that we can get more, and then sometimes we can add more. But those pre-orders will run out too, just like our regular bundles. We're just trying to make it easier so that you can kind of secure the stuff that you want. It's easier to plan ahead if you want to make something. So should we show these? Do you guys want to see them again? Will I be getting, yeah, so the tree kits we were waiting on some more border fabric. We just got it in. So that will be cut, and just because we've launched it before, make sure you sign up for those notifications on the website. And then when stock gets added, we will just add it in and you'll get a notification. Cheryl asked, have you ever used iron-on vinyl to cotton fabric to make it laminated. I have not tried it myself, but I know a lot of people have. So if you're on Facebook, I would just recommend posting about that in the crew, and people that have done that successfully will comment on that. I haven't tried it personally, but I've seen it done.
Chill fabric?
The chill fabric is coming. Yes. It's not on pre-order, but we are getting it because that's the one I used for Venus. So we will be getting bundles. We are also getting some pre-cuts, and I ordered extra of the border fabric and the binding so that you can always get yardage of that if you wanted to make it exactly like mine. Somebody asked, will you be shipping orders while on vacation? Yes, we are. We have some of our employees are going to be running things. Even though the kids take off with us, they will be coming home earlier, so they will kind of jump back into. But Amy and Julie will be running things, and Yvonne here, so everything will be delivering. May not be as super fast, I want to say, although I think they will be just as super fast, but we will be delivering. Margie says, do you send by FedEx or UPS? So we have now the flat rate shipping. You can use USPS or UPS with our flat rate shipping. No, USPS or FedEx, sorry. And the FedEx, if it's under 5 pounds, it ships express, which is either a day or two to come to you. If it's over 5 pounds, it goes, you can choose FedEx ground or of course USPS. Some great rates that we were able to negotiate there for everybody. Can I use faux vinyl? You can use vinyl, yes. I've made the bag with oilcloth, which is, so the difference between oilcloth and laminated fabric or coated fabric is that the coated fabric, laminated fabric, is actual cotton fabric that has that coating on it. Now, oilcloth does not have the actual like fabric it's just kind of on a woven, and then it has that coated side. And it's fine. It works fine. It's a little stiffer to work with, but that bag I have had for 10 years and used it a lot, and it holds up just as fine as well as the coated fabrics.
Will you be getting Salona by Robin Pickens?
Will I be getting Salona? Yes, I am getting Salona. That's a Robin Pickens line, and it is a sunflower inspired line. It's beautiful. I'm actually working with it right now. I got some advanced yardage, so we will have bundles, and so that might be another one that we will put up for pre-order soon. And I decided to do 2 colorways, kind of like what we did with Painted Meadow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What was fun is last Sunday when I did my lecture, Robin Pickens was watching us, was on the lecture, and I didn't really know until I saw her name pop up. So it was just ironic because I had just been ironing her fabrics. So I texted her or messaged her after, and I told her that, and so that was kind of fun. It was fun to see her name there. And thanks for joining me, Robin, if you see this. Okay, other questions?
Looking forward to making the bag.
What is the beautiful quilt over your right shoulder? That's Nova. I talked about that before. What'd you say? Should we show him the bundles that we have? The pre-order? Let's just show them quick and put them up on the screen real quick. So we have Tulip Pink. So True Colors by Tulip Pink. It's kind of one of her basics. So taking some prints from her previous lines and putting them in colorways. I picked 12 of my favorite prints from those True Colors that I think will be great basics and would work together or separately with anything. So I picked them. And then we have her line work line, which is actually 13 SKUs. I didn't want to leave anyone out. So this one isn't coming till October, but it's mostly black and white, and then it has just little specks of color. So the True Colors line goes really well, I thought, with this. You could play with that combination a lot. We have Kafe the Kafe Facet Collective 2020 is coming out in August, I believe, and I chose 12 of my favorites in the blues and cool colors, and then I chose 12 favorites in the warm colors, and I think these are freaking awesome. I can't wait to play with those. Iona is a popular one. This one might be coming as early as July. This is by Louis and Irene, so 15 different cuts, but it's got puffins. Do you notice? It's got puffins. So this is going to be the bundle, but I will have extra yardage of just the puffins. Then we have, this one is Orchard, also by Louis and Irene. This one is coming, I think, August or September. I don't remember. August, I think. Really pretty, just fall, beautiful colors, beautiful artwork. And then we have Jardin de Lis. It's also Louis and Irene. This is beautiful cranes. I love the colorway of this, greens and blues. It's just so soothing and beautiful. I believe this one is September or October, I don't remember. Soraya is November, and this one is kind of got paisleys and got elephants, so kind of a little bit of an Indian inspiration. I just love the rich colors. I love those peacock paisley, that peacock paisley print, so super pretty. Ghouls and Goodies by Mota is coming like this month. I think it's a July delivery. This is the actual fabrics that I used to make my Elvira quilt. If you remember, that's the one I was making during the sew along in the Halloween fabrics. So these are the prints that I used for mine. And then we have the Ombre Fairy Dust by Mota, by V & Company for Mota. And I, again, picked 12 favorites from the line. If you remember my Gloria quilt, I used a ombre polka dot for that one. This one would be great as well. It has silver stars and dots on it. So it's really cool. It got that little bit of a sparkle. So those are our pre-order bundles for now. Like I said, we will be adding more. It looks like it's a big hit and people like planning ahead and knowing that they for sure are going to get certain bundles that they are looking for. So Krista says, I got my package really quick and had to explain what it was. Yeah, more fabric. Well, that's okay. Fabric doesn't go bad. I always say that. It does not have an expiration date. And so even when sometimes it's just vintage when it becomes over a certain date, and you know, everything vintage is cool and valuable, right?
Can you tell us anything about the sew along in August?
Can I give you tips on the sew along in August? I can tell you that it's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. It's going to be big. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool. I'm working on the quilt right now and I love it. I love everything about it. So not much to tell you now, but I will be dropping hints until then. So you know me, I can't keep my mouth shut if I'm excited about something. So I just would advise you to watch the shows. He's trying to make me shut up about it, but yeah, I will be telling you more and sharing little sneak peeks. So that is probably the quilt I'll be working on in the RV on our travels. If I don't get it done before that, I'm super excited about it, and I know you will be too. It will be great.
Someone says you're such a tease.
I'm such a tease. Am I? Kobe's having some hard dreams over there. You can hear him. Can you hear him? Vicky says, any plans to do another Fast and Furious Club? Yes, we have season 2 in the works, and that will be launched late August with the first project going live in September. So we'll do kind of similar setup. So in August, you can sign up for the whole 9 months for a really special price. And then you can also do trimesters. So first 3 months, and then always you can just do one project at a time. But I'm excited about, I've kind of got it all planned out. Just got to find time to finish all the projects and start working on the videos.
Someone said, what colors should we think about for August?
Ah! Someone's
rainbow.
trying to be tricky. Somebody's like, what color should we be thinking about for August? Any color you like. Let's just say that. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. Just trust me. Trust me on that.
Will Kobe be going along in the RV?
Will Kobe come with? Yes, he's coming along in the RV. He cannot be left behind. He loves road trips. He went on our road trip in January when we drove to California and Vegas and Arizona. We drove 10,000 miles in what? How long? 6 weeks? 8 weeks? 6 weeks. And he was on that whole trip, and he's a great travel dog. He will just chill. As long as he's close to mama, he's good.
Will you get more t-shirts in?
We are getting more of the shirts in, yes. Not more of the same, but different, but cool too. Even better. So that's all in the works.
Does the Fast and Furious membership include the fabrics?
Does the Fast and Furious Club include fabrics?
Or is it just the pattern and video?
Just pattern and videos. So how the club works, yes, it's just pattern and videos. And so you can either purchase, like I said, multiple at a time, and then you get a price break, or you can just purchase one at a time. So it just includes your pattern, which is exclusive. They're always new and exclusive to the club. And then a video of me is a video class. I'm making it from start to finish. And then we also, when we launch the first 3 months, we offer kits for those 3 months. But you purchase them separately. You don't need to. You will get, when we launch the club, you will get fabric requirements for the first 3 projects. So you can kind of figure it out yourself, find what you have at home, go to a local shop. Or we will have always very limited number of kits, of course, because we can't plan it ahead. And so you can purchase for those first 3 months every time we launch each trimester. So that's the best way if you wanted to get your hands on kits, is watch when we do that launch.
Someone wants to plan their August. When do you think?
Also trying to be tricky. Somebody wants to plan their August and put something on the calendar. Well, I can't tell you anything now. Got to keep the whole month open. I will tell you this. It'll be a similar setup as we did the Elvira and the Hope. So it'll be a one-day quilt along.
Do we need to stock up on charm packs later?
They're just going to keep trying. I can't tell you right now. You're going to have to wait.
Do you need a sewing machine?
You do need a sewing machine. You do need a sewing machine. I think they're trying to send these comments to you now, trying to get something out of you.
Nothing.
Yeah, he knows nothing. He kind of does, but he doesn't. He does, but he doesn't.
What type of projects are in the Fast and Furious Club? Quilts or other types?
No, Fast and Furious Club, all the projects are done quilt as you go. So they're all smaller. So anything from, the smallest thing we did was a small table toppers, to, we did a tree skirt last year. So I said the largest things would be like a tree skirt or like a crib size quilt, like a baby quilt, which I'm thinking of will be a part of Fast and Furious Club this next season. We'll have a baby quilt in there because they're really great to do quilt as you go when you just need a quick gift or donation quilts and stuff like that. So that'll be one. So they're all smaller. Lots of table runners, placemats, small stuff that you can do and finish easily yourself. So no big quilts. It's a totally different kind of a thing. But it's a really fun thing to do because it's fast and furious, and so it's that instant gratification. You get it done and put it on your table, or it's instant. So it's really, really, really good, because when you're done piecing, you just put the binding on and you're finished.
How long do your irons last?
How long do my irons last? This one I have had for 6 years. They really last a long time. If you take care of them, make sure you put distilled water in all the time. And if you're going to be gone for a while, take the water out. They're excellent, excellent, excellent irons. Like I said, I've tried them all. Expensive, inexpensive. It's the only one that has lasted for me.
Someone says everybody has a price. Everyone has a price. I'll tell. The price is right.
See, they're trying now. Somebody said everyone has a price. What would it take for you to give it up?
Can't do it.
I don't know. He can't do it. He knows he'll get in trouble. Do you cut all your fabric into strips or just your scraps? I don't cut all my fabric. So that's one of the things I talked about in my lecture. So I cut everything smaller than 1/3 of a yard. I cut that up into squares, 10-inch, 5-inch squares, or 2.5 and 1.5 inch strips. I do save my fat quarters. So a lot of people ask me, when you buy fat quarters, do you cut them up right away? No, I leave them as fat quarters. So then when it's time to use it, then I might cut, if I'm cutting a piece of it off, and if it's not a full fat quarter anymore, then I cut that up into all those pieces. Same thing with yardage. I leave it if it's over 1/3 of a yard. So I have my shelf with, that's like between 1/3 and a 1/2 yard. And then I have my other shelves that are 1/2 yards. And then I have my 1 yards and up, and I leave them all like that until I start using it. And if it becomes smaller than that 1/3 of a yard, I cut it up. So anything I use that's not a full fat quarter or anything, I do cut it up. Yes.
Someone says are we gonna get a cameo appearance from your grandson?
Yes. Are we going to get a cameo appearance from my grandson? Yes, Johan will be assisting me on my next Facebook Friday or Happy Friday show. So it will be the same time, 3 p.m. Central Time. That's 1 p.m. West Coast, Oregon time. But we will be live from Oregon this next Friday. I'm so excited. And he will be my co-anchor. And if he's napping right at that time, we might just have to delay a few minutes. But that's the plan. That's the plan.
Do you always use steam on your iron?
Do I always use steam on my iron? I do, except if I'm doing fusible applique, if I'm using fusible web or anything, you can't use steam on that. But most times, steam, when I'm just piecing, yes, absolutely. Steam is my best buddy. I use the reliable irons. This is the older model. I have another one over there. That's the model we have now. It's the only iron I sell in my store too. Everything I sell in my store is just stuff that I use, if you haven't noticed. And so this is Velocity by Reliable. I love them. They are the best. They're heavy enough. What I love about them most is that the steam compartment has its own heater, different from the sole plate. So most irons, the sole plate heats the steam for the steam in the irons, but they have a separate, so you can have steam on very low heat, and I love that. And then if you have it on full speed, full steam, you can actually use it as a steamer. That's so much steam in there. I love that.
How many months is the Fast and Furious?
How many months is the Fast and Furious? It's 9 months. So we start in September. We're done in May. And it's 3 trimesters or 9 months. Yeah, it's a pregnancy. I didn't think of that until now.
Does Honey Producer do all the driving?
Does Honey Producer do all the driving? Most of the driving. I drove a little bit on our last trip because we had a trailer and my car. But this is going to be the RV. So he says 99.9%. Really? I drove like 4 hours, maybe.
Exactly. Out of 10,000 miles.
Out of 10,000 miles. Yeah. Okay, he does most of the driving.
That was an important 4 hours, too.
Those were important 4 hours. You need to do some emails, so hey, I drove. Yeah, I do have a new bundle to show you guys. I got one bundle in. I'm just wanting to make sure. So on the fabric side, I know y'all want to hear this all the time. We got some new restocks in. We got Cosmo Teal and Cosmo Pink in. The teal disappeared right away. It was sold out right away. So I have more in order. Don't worry, we're going to get more. We still have some pink. The Morning Glory bundle came back. We're getting very low on that. The new one I showed you on Tuesday was Midnight Magic. That one is going very well. I love that. And then we have a brand new one. Of course, the Louis and Irene, the Christmas one, the Christmas trees, is getting very low, and we won't get any more. I just wanted to tell you that because I tried, and they are just sold out of it. It's been a very popular line for them. We do have more of the New Forest Winter, and but they are going fast. But this new one is from Mota. It's called Branded. And it's a Sweetwater line, and I decided I wanted, because it was kind of a masculine feel to it, so I chose very masculine prints. I love the diagonal plaids, the stars, so a little bit patriotic with the red and blue, and then just a little bit of black and lights thrown in there. So let me just show you, and this is kind of like, it was kind of supposed to be a play on cowboys. I don't know. So this is kind of that branded print. in these two colors. And this is kind of the main print, which is like very typical Sweetwater kind of typography, but it's like cattle, all cattle stuff. So pretty fun. And then we have the stripe is barbed wire. I thought that was pretty cool. And then the barbed wire comes in red too. And then we have these plaids. Gotta love them. Diagonal plaids. And this line has been popular too with them, so they are sold out as well. And then we got the check, diagonal check too. Love that. And then the stars. And I love this because it has a nice texture underneath. So it's not just red with white stars on it, but it's got a little bit of a texture. And I love this kind of a dusty, lighter blue, because I'm kind of a fun take on red, white, and blue. So this is brand new. It's called Branded, and we didn't get a whole lot, but I just love it. I thought it would be perfect for a guy in your life, and let alone if he's a cowboy, how perfect would that be? So that's new. We will be getting some restocks while we're gone, and Adam is here, so he will be cutting, and so things will be getting restocked. And so our cutters and part of our cutting and folding team will be here, not the supervisors, which are my kids. So that will all be kind of running along as usual. Orders will be going out, and we will be taking photos and sharing some stuff from on the road too. Our RV adventures, which I'm sure there'll be many. We're total newbies. We have no idea what we're doing.
What pattern?
What
are you thinking for the branded fabric?
What pattern? So with these bundles, you can do so much. You can pretty much do any of my patterns. So I never think of them to go with a certain pattern. What I like about this, it's there's no directional fabrics, I don't think. There's no directional fabric, so it can be done in so many different things. I actually took some of those and made a strip quilt out of it. You can do so many things, anything you would like. And because this is mostly colors, you can throw in a light background if you want contrast. You can throw in some gray as a background. And it's very, very cool masculine quilt. I would say if you're gonna make a man's quilt, to not cut it up too much, but these are all, I would say, medium to smaller quilt prints. So these could be, that's why I cut mine. I did my quilt as 2.5 inch strips, and it worked great. So sometimes those prints are so big that you don't want to cut it that small, but this one can go either way.
When will you get flannel with sheep?
When will the flannel with the sheep come in? It's slated for July, but so July, August, somewhere around there. Actually, my quilt that I told you I made just came back from the quilter today. Thank you, Cars Quilting. It's gorgeous. I love it. And so I'm going to bind it quick and take it with me.
You taking a motorhome or a trailer?
We're doing a motorhome. Yes, the whole thing. So I can just be chilling in the back, writing a book or something. Any other questions popping up? We have to choose our winner. Do you have our winner ready?
You gonna have a playlist, road playlist?
There will be a on the road playlist? Oh yeah, I'm sure, our kids will be in the RV, so if they don't have their headphones in, we might have to compromise. But, usually the driver gets to choose the music or a good audiobook. That's what we do too. Our winner...
Wait.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. He's not ready. I wanted to see... Peggy says, what kind of RV? I don't know. It's a 31 footer? 31 footer?
It's a big one.
It's a pretty big one. 7-person. So we just wanted to make sure that we could all fit in it. And the dog. And I don't know what brand it is. I guess we'll find out. It will be fun. Let me see. I'm seeing some questions. Happy camping. Carol says, love Oregon. Oh, it is so beautiful out there. I cannot wait. So, do you have more Christmas fabric coming? Asked Barb. I do. We have more Christmas fabric coming, both from various sources. So, there is more coming. I just can't think of the names right now, but you will see. What playlist will work with the August sew-along? There will be a new one, of course. We've had a playlist with every sew-along, so there will be a new one. One to add to your collection of playlists. Tanya says, I'm so addicted to the bundles. You'll find the best stuff. Oh, thanks. You know, I love to find unique stuff. And that's what I'm kind of focused on. So you may have noticed that I may not carry things that are in most quilt shops, just because I think it's everywhere. But if it appeals to me and it's unique, especially, I love that, to find stuff like that.
Somebody must have been late. They said, how'd your baby outfit turn out?
The baby outfit, I'll show it to you again. Somebody was late, but they turned out cute. They're drop crotch, that's why they look super long, but they might be too big, so I might have to do some alterations when I get there. These are 12 to 18 months, and he's only 8.5 months, so we'll see. He's big though, so he is using bigger clothes, like most Icelandic babies. Well, somebody says, what audiobook will you be listening to? We haven't picked it, so I always have to pick a little different when we're listening together than what I listen to. I just listen to Little Fires Everywhere. Is that it? They just made a series out of it. I haven't watched the series because I wanted to listen to the book first, so that was pretty good. So I have to find one. Last time we got a Stephen King. That was pretty good. We gotta be engaged. So we'll have to find one. All right, is the winner ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who our winner is. Liz Ree. Oh, congratulations, Liz. You've won a $25 gift card. So if you see this, please just email me, gudrun@gequiltdesigns.com, or message us on Facebook, and we will get that gift card to you, and you can go shopping. And so Patty says we listen to Harry Potter. Yeah, I've read all those books. I don't know. We've also watched the movies numerous times, so I don't think we need to listen to those again. Fran says, what would be a great pattern for your glacial ice fabric? Well, maybe the glacial ice quilt. That's kind of what I had in mind when I put that one together. So the glacial ice quilt, I think also many of the other ones would work really great. First off, that comes to mind is Prisms, Nova, many, many cool ones. All right, so that is, any other questions or anything going on? Are we forgetting anything? I just feel so weird that I'm not going to be in this chair for 2 weeks and chatting with you like twice a week. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but I wanted to remind everybody that I will be here next Friday, so no Tipsy Tuesday this coming week, but I will be Friday. I will be live. And it will be different because we'll be in Oregon and featuring special guest, Mr. Johan Thor. And so he is my grandson, and so he will be co-hosting the show. It will probably be very different. So hopefully you'll have a good connection. It will all work. And then the following week, no Tipsy either, but we will be back on Friday, which is the 17th. Friday, July 17th. There will be a Happy Friday show, and then, of course, the following Tuesday after that will be our Tipsy and our first sew-along, making our bag. So that is it for me. I hope you all in the United States have a very safe 4th. Happy 4th of July. Stay away from those fireworks. Have some good stuff to drink, and stay out of the heat. Cool down with either this or jump in a pool or a lake or something. I know it's pretty hot everywhere. Now, to everybody else all over the world, thanks for being with me today, and I will see you hopefully next week in 7 days in a different part of the country. Cheers, everybody.